Hey friends, Pastor Doug here with a Teaching Tuesday. I have come to one of my favorite places in all of Williams County. I have come up to the La Suan Wildlife Area, and specifically I'm at the northern edge of that. Lake Sioux is in front of me, Lake Ann is behind me, and you can see the dock over my shoulder here of Lake Ann. I don't know what it is about that dock, but it's one of my favorite places in all of the area. But why did I come up here today? I came to La Suan because it is, for me, my desolate place. Now, it's not desolate. There's plenty of wildlife, and it's not far from town. But at the same time, there's nobody else here right now. Just as Jesus entered into the wilderness for 40 days after his baptism by John and was tempted and resisted temptation and spent that time in prayer and fasting and drawing closer to God, I come here, not so much to fast, mind you, but to pray and to draw closer to God, to spend time listening to what God would say to me. And that's part of what the season of Lent is all about, of listening to God, of drawing closer to God. And so I chose to come out here to introduce the season of Lent to us. Lent, as you know, is a period of 40 days, begins on Ash Wednesday, ends at Easter Sunday, and does not count the Sundays for those 6 weeks or so. It is a time of reflection, of engaging in spiritual disciplines such as prayer and fasting and reading scriptures. In fact, we will invite you to the Lenten disciplines at the Ash Wednesday service tomorrow. A time of drawing closer to Christ. Now, yes, Lent does have a somber feel to it, and that's part of the reason I came out here. This is pretty much a desolate place right now. There's not much greenery. It's actually raining while I'm here. There's nobody else around. There is this feeling of emptiness, and Lent brings that out in us. It brings out the emptiness so that we can discover where we need God to step into that emptiness. And we do that through those spiritual practices such as prayer and fasting and reading scripture. Now, even though those things sound like we are depriving ourselves of something, especially the fasting piece, we're really not depriving ourselves of anything. We are opening space for God to work in our hearts and lives. And so I hope that you will find some practices that allow God to work in your heart and life, that open up that space for God to speak to you. Perhaps it's coming out here to a wilderness place, a desolate place. Perhaps it's creating that in your own home and finding a spot in your place where you can go and spend time with God. So in this Lenten season, these 40 days coming up as we enter into this time and prepare for Easter, may it be a time of preparation for you to open up new spaces within your life and allow God to fill those so that on Easter Sunday you can experience the resurrection in new and powerful ways. Would also remind you that Lent does not have to be a time of just somberness and quiet. Lent can also be a joyful time. As we open up those spaces, God steps in, and that brings joy to us. So friends, take some time in this Lenten season to see how you might open spaces, to enter into desolate places for those spaces to open, that God might speak into your heart and mind and prepare you over these 40 days for the arrival of Easter. Take care, friends. We'll talk more about Lent and specific practices as we move through this season. For now, I'm going to go back where it's a bit warmer. Take care, everybody. Have a good day. Bye.